Joao Pedro came off the bench to inspire a stunning 3-2 comeback win for Chelsea against West Ham. The striker found himself on the bench despite scoring twice in the Blues' Champions League victory at Napoli earlier this week. Sign up for the Chelsea newsletter. Thank you. Joao Pedro made a huge impact off the bench. Credit, Reuters. Alejandro Garnacho had an evening to forget credit, PA. But he turned the game on its head when he was introduced at the break, after Jarrod, Bowen and Crysencio Summerville had given West Ham a 2-goal advantage. Pedro got the comeback up and running before fellow sub Marc Cucurella leveled matters. Pedro then set up Enzo Fernandez for a dramatic stoppage time winner to leave West Ham, who ended the contest with 10 men after Jean-Clair Todibo's red card, empty-handed. SunSport's Jack Rosser has given his ratings of the players. Read more on Chelsea. Robert Sanchez 6. Not a stellar afternoon for the Spaniard, who will have been particularly embarrassed about Bowen's freak opener. Sanchez was completely wrong-footed by Tati Castellano's attempt to get on the ball and ended up looking silly as Bowen's cross found the far corner. Made some decent saves from Mateus Fernandez and Bowen, however. Malo Gusto 6. Lost track of Summerville a little and could not prevent him scoring a cracking second for the visitors. Most read in football. Settled more in the second half as Chelsea regained control. Treva Chalobah 6. Faced a serious battle up against two bruising West Ham strikers and then West Ham's new man Adama Traoré, but dug in and dealt with them well for the most part. Benoit Badiashile 5. The defender simply is not up to the standard Chelsea need for where they want to go. Struggled to make any impact against West Ham's physical front two and was rightly hooked at the break. Chelsea need a settled centre-back pairing to succeed. Joral Hato 5. Giving Cucurella a rest went well. Hato was not helped at all by the lackluster performance of Alejandro Garnacho ahead of him, but the Dutchman struggled to look settled. There were a couple of good, snapping challenges, but West Ham were given far too much space to hurt Chelsea down Hato's flank. Enzo Fernandez 7. Dropped deeper upon the return of Cole Palmer to the side. The usually tenacious midfielder was not at his usual level for the most part, but that all changed in injury time. Timed his run into the West Ham box to perfection before a cute first-time finish. Moises Caicedo 6. A very poor first half in which Fernandez was given the run of midfield at Stamford Bridge. Settled after the break and was denied an absolute cracker from the edge of the box by a fine Alphonse Areola save. Picked up his 10th booking of the season in all competitions as he still struggles to sort out his ill discipline. A smart ball for Pedro in the build-up to the winner. Jamie Giddens 5. Forced off after just 26 minutes, having made little impact. Cole Palmer 5. A very, very quiet first half from Chelsea, hero in Naples. Picked up a touch after the break but often looked frustrated in trying to break West Ham's low block. The most encouraging thing was that he played the full game. Alejandro Garnacho 2. An appalling half from Chelsea's £40 million summer signing. Garnacho was anonymous going forwards, pocketed with ease by West Ham's Aaron Wan-Bissaka, but the Argentine was even worse off the ball. Far too soft in trying to stop Wan-Bissaka for the opener before failing to track back at all for West Ham's second. Lucky to even make it to halftime. Liam Delap 6. Worked hard and battled to win headers. one of which was blocked by Wan-Bissaka, but did not show much in the way of quality. Subs. Pedro Neto, Gittins 26 feet. 6. Nothing too spectacular from the Portuguese winger, but showed his usual relentless work rate, down either wing having been switched from right to left. Joao Pedro, Garnacho 45, 8. One of free inspired, or perhaps just obvious, halftime changes made by Liam Rossinier. Pedro is thriving under the new manager. Added plenty of bite to Chelsea's forward line and nodded in their first chance of the second half, teed up by another substitute. Set up Fernandez for the winner with a very mature assist instead of going for goal. Wesley Fofana, Badiashile 45 feet, 7. Delivered a magic assist Kevin De Bruyne would have been proud of. A superb drive into the West Ham half before a delicious clipped cross to the far post for Pedro to head in. Marc Cucurella, Hato 45 feet, 7. With West Ham having dominated down their right in the first half, Cucurella came on and sent them back the other way after the break. Recommended stories. Handled Bowen far better and was much more of a threat going forwards, capping his afternoon with a fine leveler. Reece James, Gusto, 81 feet, N.A. Comments.